Hey guys, it's me, Nina, and today I have my August wrap-up. I forgot what month it was. Yes, I'm still in this room that is not put together. There's still this broken dresser behind me, which I don't know where to put it, and everything else is disorganized. But for now, this is where my filming is going to take place. In the month of August, I have read 4 novels, 1 and like a half, not even, of a graphic novel, and 3 magazines. I'm going to start off with the books because that's the most interesting, so let's get into it. So the first one I have to show you is Amy and Rudders' Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Morgan Matson is a very popular young adult contemporary author. So many people love her books. I don't believe I've ever read a book by her until now. And honestly, I feel like this book is overhyped. I might have really enjoyed this when I was 14 and like in that lovey-dovey contemporary mode, but I just didn't enjoy this book a whole lot. I felt bored a lot of the time. I didn't like the fact that Roger was continually talking about his ex-girlfriend this whole time, but then he, like halfway through, he falls in love with our female character, and then at the end he's like, oh, I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll be together, maybe we won't. You know, and I didn't care for that attitude, like, at all, and it really annoyed me, and I'm just like, ugh. And so yeah, that's really all I have to say about this book. The synopsis of this book, if you don't know, Amy's father has passed away, and he was in an accident with her, and she refuses to drive. So after this accident happens and he passes away, her mother decides to move to a new state all the way across the country. So her mom moves, her brother's in rehab, and she has to make this trek from California to, where did they go? Connecticut, I think. And she can't drive, so she's having this friend of the family drive her there. And they take a detour, and they see all this stuff and have an adventure on the way there. I just didn't like it. I give it like 2 out of 5 stars, to be honest. Moving on, I actually have a non-fiction novel. This is called The 10 Worst Serial Killers by Victor McQueen. I didn't go looking for this book. There was someone who came into the library and they were really interested in true crime, so I showed them where our true crime section was, and they picked out this book, but they've had it before, so they didn't want it again. And I looked at it and I was like, this looks really interesting, so I decided to take it out myself, and I really enjoyed this book. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It gives you the background, the crime scene, what happened and what happened afterwards, and it talks about the 10 worst serial killers, and it's just real interesting because this is true life. Like, this shit happens, and it's scary to think about, but it's super interesting. So yes. Then I have Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Alcali. I can't pronounce anything today. Ugh. Anyway, you guys all know this book probably. Love, Simon is now a movie. I haven't seen the movie. I don't even know if it's out yet. That's how far behind I am in like the news and stuff. Pop culture is not my strong suit. Anyway, this deals with a gay main character, and he is not really out to everyone, and he is getting blackmailed, slightly, by someone who has read these emails between him and his love interest, who we don't know. Him and this boy message back and forth anonymously through email. And they don't know who each other are, and then at the end we find out who they are, and like, oh, it's so cute. And it really was really cute. I did enjoy this more than I expected to. I would give this a solid 4 out of 5 stars. The last novel I read this month was The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. I love this cover, first of all. Let's talk about this. This is just such a gorgeous cover. It's not necessarily a cover that makes me want to pick it up because I'm more into like the science fiction-y side of things, but the fact that this is so pretty is definitely eye-catching. So people who like contemporary would probably pick this up in a heartbeat. I got this from my local library also, as I did with all the rest of these books, actually. I haven't read any of my own this month. Everything I have in this haul, in this wrap-up, is from the library. Anyway, I picked this up. It is about a girl whose mother has passed away. She committed suicide, and she believes her mother is reincarnated into a bird. And so she follows this bird the whole way across country and to, where'd she go? Wow, Japan, I think? Taiwan. She goes to Taiwan and finds out who her true grandparents are, and she has these flashbacks of things that she never got to see. I don't know how to explain this book. It's a very long book. I felt like it was longer than it needed to be. But I did enjoy the concept, and I enjoyed the plot, and I thought the characters were great. I gave this 3.5, 4 stars out of 5. It was good. I just thought like parts of it were unnecessary and longer than it needed to be. Then I have this graphic novel which I picked up. It's called A+E Forever, and I flipped through it, and I really contemplated if I wanted to pick this book up because the artwork was just all over the place for me, which I just wasn't feeling, but it looked interesting. Like, I thought the story would be something I enjoyed. So I picked it up. I read like the first 10 pages and I just couldn't do it. The art was all over the place and it was just not for me, and I don't even count this as really something I read because I literally only read 10 pages and I don't know what this book is about, so I can't even give you a synopsis. My next graphic novel is called Drama by Raina Telgemeier. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, it deals with this girl, and she's really into theater, but she's always behind the scenes. She does the setup. What do you call that? Tony, what do you call the setup people?
Oh.
The crew, anyway. She does all that, and she becomes best friends with these twin brothers. They're different than she expects. And they become best friends, and it just kind of deals with all that drama and her putting on this show and really enjoying what she's doing. And it was a really great novel. The last things I have to talk about are magazines. And yes, it's about cats. If you don't know, I love cats. I have a cat named Simon Cowell, and I decided I wanted to learn more about cats. So I picked up Catster, which they have at my library. I picked up 3 of these magazines and read them. The other one I returned to the library, so I don't have it with me. But anyway, this just tells you a bunch of different random facts about cats, and shows you cute little pictures, and has funny things in it, and
it's really just the cat's purr right there.
Anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Any social media will be linked down below, including my Poshmark and my Poshmark code if you're interested in that. If you type in my Poshmark code and sign up for Poshmark, you get $5 credit on Poshmark. So yay for that. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Bye!